Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hit the Deck. Apologies for the delay. My mother can talk for fucking Britain.
Moms can't load them, can't shoot them.
I mean, you can shoot them, you're just not legally allowed to.
Yeah. It's not a thing. Okay. we have an idea on starting points for some of the new cards for Ravnica Allegiance. RNA as it's being abbreviated.
Nah, yeah, it's because it's the official 3-letter code.
I went to high school with a girl named Marina. She was a looker, but man, she was a bitch. Anyway, totally unrelated. Anyway, Gruul, I think, is a good starting point. Big green, stumpy.
Yeah,
big, get smashed, right?
So I think like what we'd sort of talked about was starting off with a sort of more quote-unquote sensible approach, and then sort of ramping up there to more crazy, janky stuff that will probably never work.
Yeah, we're gonna save the break the game stuff for the end of the stream.
So yeah, Gruul is probably the best starting point that we can come up with for a sensible approach to RNA, because it's going to come up quite a lot. I have no doubt about that whatsoever.
I think it is the simpler, more streamlined set of mechanics to get going, get started. Anybody can grab onto a Gruul deck and just kind of fling it at the bad guys.
True, yeah. And a lot of people, like, their first experiences are with like a smashy smash face deck, so
yes,
that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have a lot of fun toys to pick from. Now, are we limiting to, or are we going to keep everything within our scope of usability?
I think we sort of do the best deck that we can, so
open it up. Open the gates to everything within
everything is open. If somebody likes the deck and they'd like us to build a budget version, we could probably look at that on another episode.
Right.
But I think, I think this stream we focus on, this is the best that we can come up with the wide range of cards that we have access to, and just do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
well,
no, that's not it's Zur. Maybe it is Zur. Hang on. Oh, it's Zur like that. So we're gonna want 4 of these. I know that without a doubt.
2/2 for 2 with Riot, which means it can be haste, or it can be a 3/3.
Yeah, and we're probably going to want. Do we want 4 of these?
Creature spells you control can't be countered. Non-token creatures you control have Riot. I'm thinking yes. We're going to want to get that out early and often. We're probably going to also want to have like at least a couple of them up on the board.
Yeah, more than likely. So we're going to want. I'm going to throw 4 of them in. We might cut that down.
Yes. I almost said Carnival Tyrant.
Damn it. I can't search for Pain Bacon.
Pain Bacon's not a thing in the official names list.
We'll throw 4 of those in. Again, we may cut that down, but I think what we do is we pick the cards, we throw 4 in, and we can cut at the end.
Yes. We overshoot, trim back.
Yes. I'm really tempted to run Fanatical Firebrand.
1/1 for 1 haste, and you sacrifice it. It deals 1 damage to any target's pinger. It's a sacrifice pinger.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if like we pull him later, and he comes in with like 2 or 3 +1/+1 counters from the rhythm. Are we going to want to use his sack ability?
That is my complaint, is that once we start getting Riot on everything, sack becomes less viable.
Yeah. So like, do we want to go for like a Lava Runner or a Banneret, something like that as a 1-drop? Is there a green 1-drop we want to look at?
Get you Lava Runner as long as there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in your graveyard. It gets +1/+0 and has haste. Not bad. We're going to have some of those. They're going to show up in the graveyard because of buffs and whatnot. Banneret, I kind of like because A, it's got Mentor, not a bad mechanic, and B, we can pump it if we've got mana. We can just funnel into it and make it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
a bigger hitter.
Riot, I think, plays really well with Mentor because it's going to bump your creatures up so that they can then mentor other things.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So, I'm thinking this might be our 1-drop.
Sure, that's a good idea. Let's see. We've got so many other things. Thud. Thud with Riot could be interesting because things are becoming more and more powerful. We'd have an option
to whip
a creature over there.
Drop a boar, swing with it, thud it into the opponent for 14 damage.
I mean, if we absolutely needed to, yeah, we could.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah. Hit him with it, then fling him. That's one of those. I mean, thud him with it. It's one of those things where you could do a lot of damage really quick in a short window.
Yeah.
If you needed to end the game, but I would not have 4 thuds. I think 1 or 2. I think it wasn't fling a green card, or was it a red card too?
I'm pretty sure that was a red card too.
Okay, yeah. It's an older card, I think.
I'm not seeing anything here that jumps out as me as yes, we want this.
No. Oh, wait a minute.
Actually.
10 Street Dodger. Haste can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with Defender. I mean, it has built-in haste and it's a 1/1, but that pump is really nice. It can't be blocked. And not everybody uses Defenders. Defenders actually aren't that common.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
It's possible.
We might swap maybe 2 of those and 2 Goblin Bannerets.
We'll put them in the sideboard and we'll come back and look at it later.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's use the sideboard as, we'll maybe put this in.
Yeah. Options. Let's see.
Goblin Instigator, maybe?
It's a good card because you get 2 1/1s out on the battlefield. Plus, if we have Rhythm of the Wild, that's 2 2/2s for 2. If we have a couple of Rhythm of the Wilds,
it would only affect the Goblin Instigator itself.
Creature spells
non-token creatures get Riot.
Oh, that's true. That's true. The original Goblin coming in would get.
Yeah, he would get the Riot. Yeah. Still
not bad.
That Goblin Locksmith art, yes.
Yeah, I still love that art. Yeah, it's great art. Crunch. I love the fact that he still has the stethoscope to the door.
Just imagine him reaching around and be like, "Yep, I've got it."
Crunch. Okay.
Not seeing anything here that screams yes.
Not really.
I mean, we have the Zartag. We have the Riot Goblin.
That's a 2-drop.
As a 2-drop anyway, so maybe we just move on, unless we see.
Yeah, let's skip.
Something like maybe an Immolation Shaman.
I think Immolation Shaman is going to be our insurance.
Yeah.
I think that having some of those in would be a good call. Yes.
Maybe we do Immolation Shaman as like a 2-off.
I could see that. Yeah, I don't think we need 4 of them, but I mean, having a couple at least in the deck would be good because we could use that as an insurance policy to make sure that the opponent is not activating too many abilities too quickly on us.
Yeah.
It tempos out the game a little bit in our favor.
Still 2 of them. We'll throw in 4 lightning strikes. Again, we might cut that later, but.
Yeah. Let's see. Spectacle.
I don't know that that's worth it.
In battlefield, and discard a card, then draw a card. If you're finding the spectacle cost for play, instead discard your hand. Not in this particular deck, I don't think.
I think if we could have achieved the spectacle cost, I would have put those in, but I don't think it's potentially worth it. Steamkin's probably not worth it either.
I would like to point out, we have Lightning Strike. Go back one screen, please. We have Lightning Strike. 1 card over. Not Scream.
Lavaca?
No. Go back.
Scorch Mark.
Yeah, Scorch Mark. Yeah, Scorch Mark. It is the same cost as Lightning Strike. It does 2 damage. If it kills it, it exiles it instead.
Yes, that's true, but Lightning Strike is any target.
Yeah, it's true. Any target, 3 damage. I just, getting something guaranteed out of the game loop might be nice, but yeah. We don't want too much removal because we're focusing. Gruul is going to be creature heavy.
Yeah,
so.
we'll throw 2 in. We can always balance it later.
Yeah. We can trim. I mean, we can stick it in the sideboard for now if you want to do. Boop.
No, I want you to go into the...
Apparently that's not a thing. Never mind.
It usually works.
Might have been updated slightly. Let's see. Oh gosh. Triple.
No, I don't.
Do we need to start moving up to like 3 cost and 4 cost?
I think we might, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's always Vicino Pyromancers.
They're good. Step onto the battlefield, ping for 2, target player or planeswalker. Which is super nice because you can bring one of those out and dink somebody's planeswalker.
And if it has Riot, we could then attack with a
3/2.
Yeah.
Or attack with it immediately.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point. If we can get Rhythm of the Wild out, it becomes even better because we can ping for 2.
And then swing for 2.
Attack for 2.
Yeah. Act of Treason is nice for it, but we'll save Act of Treason for Chaos and Mayhem 3.0.
Yes, we have a 3.0 idea for Chaos and Mayhem deck.
We're also going to use this version because this artwork is so much better.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. But in this particular deck, we're going creatures. We're probably going to be pumping some of those creatures with the green side of things, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe like 1 or 2 of those kinds of spells. We don't need a ton. We just need a little bit.
Burning Tree Vandal is actually potentially pretty good for us.
If you have a card you definitely don't need, you discard it. Like if you have too much land, Burning Tree Vandal is a way to, if you're getting land flooded, that's a way to cycle through that.
Yeah.
Attack, discard a land, draw another card. For sure. Yeah, I do like it, and it comes out either immediately usable as a 2/1, or you can pump it to a 3/2. So, yeah, I think it's a good card. I think it's an option. Yeah.
I'll throw it in.
It's got a little bit of advantage in it with that card cycle that we might not otherwise have with red.
Don't see anything else that is immediately applicable.
Not really.
I mean, Clamor Shaman's effect is really nice, but it's a 1/1 for 3.
Target creature an opponent controls can't block this turn. Yeah, it is a bit expensive for a 1/1. It does have Riot, so it technically could be a 2/2.
Yeah, true.
For 3, and that is something to keep in mind. But whenever it attacks, it doesn't have to deal damage. Whenever it attacks, target creature and opponent blocks controls can't be blocked. That's going to be very early game usable because it's only going to be a 1/1 or a 2/2. You're attacking with it. They're going to block with something slightly bigger, but you can, when you attack with this, you flag something that you don't want to block with.
Yeah.
You don't want them to use to block and basically take it out of the loop. But that still means that, I mean, it's at most a 2/2, which you can't even get out until probably turn 2 or turn 3, depending on how good green is to you.
Yeah, exactly. I like it, but I don't think it's. I think it's too slow.
I think it's too slow. I think it comes out a couple of turns too late.
Yeah, so if it like a 1/1 for 1 with that, I'd be, all in with that.
Yeah.
Chain Whirler maybe.
Double Chain Whirler enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. I like Chain Whirler. Chain Whirler is a 3/3 with first strike. It takes a lot of low/early game yard trash out of the equation.
Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is the fact that it's a triple red mana cost.
Yeah, that is a hitch. That is a hitch. That means that you're probably more likely to get that out on
turn 5-ish.
Right, but I mean, still, if you play, you have to think about it as not just a creature, but it's also a sorcery.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about.
If you're going to be attacking, you could, during your first main phase, Goblin Chain Whirler. This could be later in the game. Goblin Chain Whirler, opponent takes damage and all their creatures take damage. That damage carries through in the combat phase. Bleed.
Yes.
So that means that you could dink one off of everything and then attack. It's kind of like a -1 debuff to everything on the field.
Yeah, that's true. You could also cast a second main phase to clean up anything that's on one.
Right. You could do it afterwards. If you haven't quite dinked anything, you just drop a Goblin Chain Whirler, do some cleanup, and it's also still pinging their Planeswalker for 1.
True.
So, it's lowering that loyalty counter. It's still good.
And given the number of token decks that are out, this is probably going to help quite nicely with that.
Right. My big thing, though, is that right now we need to kind of decide, are we focusing more on, Gruul is red-green.
Yeah.
Red is all about not only the little weenie creatures, 1/1s, 2/2s, 3/3s, stuff like that, everything 3 and under. It's not only about those creatures, but it's also about raw damage and raw damage output. Green is about creatures and usually making those creatures bigger.
True.
So we have to find a balance in this deck of what way we want to lean. We can put it in now, but we might have to pull out some of them later. I do think that this is going to be a little bit more useful than, we have Lightning Strikes, and, I love Scorched Mark, and Lightning Strike, but we might need to pull back on some of those, or keep those for single target removal, and do less, hey, let's do damage to everything on the board.
Yeah. It's all fair points, yeah. Okay, we'll throw them in. We can always take them out later.
Yeah. So I think we're just going to have to look at what cards we end up picking and then find inspiration within what we've put in there.
Yeah, definitely.
There's always the classic Gutter Snipe. I do think it's a good card, but again, we do have to pick. Are we going to firing off instants and sorceries, or
are we going to bash things in the face? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I think it's more going to be bash things in the face.
Yeah. So he's probably not going to be that big of a deal. We might have some green pump spells or the occasional lightning strike fire out, but that's going to be about it.
Yeah, I don't see anything immediately jumping out at me here.
Not really. I'm seeing some things that are interesting, but not interesting.
Yeah, but not interesting to what we want to do now. Yeah.
I mean, there's the Onake Ogre, which is 3 mana. It's a 4/2, but it's a 4/2 you can get up kind of early. It only costs 1 red and two colorless. If we could give that Riot, that would be a 5/3 early game. But
true.
I'm still not thinking that it doesn't have any other tricks up its
sleeve. It doesn't. We could probably find a green-red creature for the same cost. Exactly. That's better as well.
Yeah. We could do a green-red or just a green.
Because I'm sure Gruul Spellbreaker is 3 mana and it's a 3/3 with Riot.
Yes.
And Trample.
So I think that would probably be a better fit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Again, not really seeing anything.
There is
Skewer the Critics.
Skewer the Critics could technically be. It's more expensive unless you have the spectacle cost against Lightning Strike.
Yeah, true.
It might be but it says any target. That might be an even better option than Scorch Mark. But I don't think we need too many of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, potentially thinking the Lightning Strikes will probably be the first thing we cut.
Yes. Yeah, I do agree with that.
So,
I think the only thing that benefits Skewer the Critics is that spectacle cost of 1.
That's that is a big deal.
But that's an if, not a guarantee.
It's also a sorcery, which is not the best. It kind of limits its use.
Yes, exactly. There is, on the subject of Goblin Chain Whirler, there is Shake the Foundations. If we're going broad spectrum removal and not specifically Lightning Strike or Skewer the Critics, Shake the Foundations does 1 damage to everything without flying, and we draw a card. But it is 3 mana to cast. It's an instant, but it's 3 mana.
Yeah, it is 3 mana to cast.
And I don't think that's going to fit very well within our current meta.
No, it also says without flying.
Yeah, well, I mean, flying, it's basically going to be some flying in blue, a lot of flying in white. It kind of depends on what you're facing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Goblin Chain Whirler is 1 damage to everything.
Yeah, regardless. And it's a 3/3 body with first strike.
Right.
It ticks a lot of boxes.
It also does Goblin Chain Whirler also does say Planeswalker.
Planeswalker, yeah. And its opponent as well. Yeah, I think Chain Whirler is all round a better option.
Yeah, I do. I actually, it's interesting to see how good Chain Whirler is.
Yeah.
And the only downside, 3 reds as opposed to 1 red and 2 colorless. That really burns.
Or 1 colorless and 2 red.
Yeah, something. And 3 red is harsh. Oh gosh. Can you hover over First Eruption real quick? It's a saga that I'm not familiar with. The First Eruption deals 1 damage to each creature without flying. Then it adds 2 red mana. Weird. Sacrifice a mountain if you do. First Eruption deals 3 damage to each creature. It seems like a terrible card.
It is a terrible card. That's probably why you'd never seen it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on. Okay. There's Amplifier, Elemental, with a wall of text underneath it. Reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a creature. Your next turn, Amplifier's base power becomes twice that card's power. Its base toughness became twice its toughness. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your... That could be good or bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
When you're cycling through your library.
It's got that very random aspect to
my taste.
Yeah.
I like the
maybe
potential.
in a Rakdos deck, I could see that being quite funny.
I could see putting that in the coin flip deck.
Yeah.
Because the coin flip deck would all be about randomality and, whatever. I could see putting that in the coin flip deck. Okay. Nothing's leaping out at me.
No, nothing's really leaping out at me. I mean, Arclight's a maybe. But the bring it back from the graveyard effect is probably not going to happen that often.
Right, instant or sorcery.
And if we're spending 4, I'd rather go for Rekindling Phoenix.
Yes. Yeah, I think I would as well.
Again, there's nothing. I mean, this guy's decent. I don't know that he's efficient enough for us though.
Riot Menace 2/2 for 4?
Yeah.
I guess it's the Menace that's doing it. The combination of Riot and Menace. I don't know. It's a 2/2 that would have no... Probably, it'd be powerful early game, but you can't get it out in early game when you need it. That seems weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of... Yeah, to quote the way you said with some other cards, I think it's a little slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Weird.
Daggercaster?
Enters the battlefield. It deals 1 damage to each opponent and 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. That's rough. I mean, that's on the same lines as
it's a worse
Chain Whirler and Lobomancer and Pyromancer. Pyromancer is a single target ding. I mean, we could make this kind of a Gruul, kind of a creatures and pings deck, where stuff comes into the battlefield, does damage.
Yeah,
but it's 4 mana.
It's just 4 for 2/3. Yeah,
which is not horrible, but it's not great. But I mean, that being said, because of that ability where it pings everything for 1 damage when you put it on the battlefield, that's still going to be useful mid-game at least, if not late game.
Well, I'll add it to the maybe board.
Yeah, stick it on the maybe board. Yeah, I'm not
seeing anything
with
fine. It.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not really.
Okay, Inferno Hellion.
Okay. A 7/3 for 4 that's got trample at the beginning of each instep. If Inferno Hellion attacked or blocked this turn, its owner shuffles it into their library. That's weird. It doesn't have haste.
It does not have haste. However, if we can give it Riot...
Yeah, if you give it riot and haste, you bring it out, you attack with it, and then it immediately shuffles into your library. That's a bit of a safety mechanism. You might not see it for the rest of the match, but it's interesting. I like it. A bit random, but I like it. That 7 is really horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dangerous to be on the facing end of, especially if you can bring it out and haste it.
We'll shove it on the maybe board.
Yeah.
I think it's got interesting applications.
Yeah. I was looking at Gravitic Punch. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Target creatures you control deal damage. Creature you controls deals damage equal to its power to target player. And you can jumpstart it, which I believe means you can cast it from the graveyard.
Yes.
So if we could get something like Gravitic Punch, and we're putting buffs and tokens out on these things, we could use Gravitic Punch to start hurling those things as weapons at the bad guys. Especially if we could do a, Inferno Hellion, 7 damage, and then Gravitic Punch him with it for another 7 damage. And then it goes back into the library so it can't be killed or exiled or whatever. I don't know. I think that actually has even more potential than some of the Lightning Strike stuff, but that's me.
Yeah.
Lightning Strike is I know it's 2 separate applications because Lightning Strike is target removal and this is specifically against the player, but still, if you want face punching, that is a good way to do it.
If you want face punching, the card that literally talks about punching is the way to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Gravitic Punch does it in a manner where it's even, I think, more effective than, what is it, Thud?
Yeah, because you get to keep the creature.
Yeah, you get to keep the creature, and it happens twice. So,
Yeah. It's on the maybe board. We'll look at it.
Yeah.
I think we have to.
Minotaur. Aren't all Minotaurs hostile? Yeah, Rekindling Phoenix is a really good card.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best cards for red and the excellent block right
Yeah, I agree. Plus, when it dies, it would come in and re-trigger Riot if we had Rhythm the Wild out, and we could literally just use it to put counters on it because it would already have haste.
That's true. But I mean, when it dies, it's going to lose all counters. The egg comes in. Then it would rekindle.
And then it would rekindle, and then it comes back in, and it re-triggers those riot triggers.
That's true. So we could keep it as either haste or a 5/4. That's pretty nice. And it's got flying, which is really useful, as we've discovered in lots of decks. Sometimes a flyer can save you for getting over the opponent's defenses. So okay, I like it. Let's put some in there. I think that's going to be a solid pick because it's a 4/3 flyer, and it's just useful.
Yeah, it's a 4/3 flyer that keeps coming back. Yeah.
I mean, it's either going to work for you because you can block with it against heavier stuff, and sacrifice it in that method to have it come back, or you can use it to bait out stuff like murders and whatnot because they kill it, and then they have to destroy the egg to keep it out of the loop. So you're taking some of those instants out of your actual opponent's hands, which I still think is value. I still think that's a good value.
I do like how it basically requires an answer twice or it keeps coming back.
Yes, that's one of the reasons why I think you can bait out a lot of those murders or whatever. The only thing that might lock it down and make it less useful is something like Luminous Bonds, but if you sack it to something else on your own side, sacrifice a creature, if you sack the Rekindling Phoenix that's been Luminous Bonds, it still dies and triggers the egg mechanic.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you can use it and sack it to something else you have to cycle it out from under a Luminous Bonds or a Dominate.
Yeah, that's always true. I do really like it. My only gripe is it's a fucking owl.
Is it an owl?
Yeah.
It is an owl. I never noticed that. That's interesting. That is definitely an owl face. I don't see a beak into there at all.
No, it's an owl. It's not a phoenix.
Yeah, phoenix is like a bird beak thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's weird. I never noticed that. Huh. Okay.
Like, to me, a phoenix is basically a hawk that is on fire, is kind of how I think of it. Yeah, like this. This is a phoenix.
Yep. Yeah, Warcry Phoenix. And that looks like a phoenix. I'm looking.
Charging Monstrosaur? A 5/5 trample haste for 5.
It's nasty. There's no downsides. I put it in. Sure. We're looking at making some creatures that are going to get even nastier with Riot. I think that is our core.
Yeah.
Let's get things that are useful and make them more useful.
I mean, charging Monster Sword is fairly good on its own.
Yeah, trample and haste, no downside.
You know, so yeah, make it better with Riot. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a 5/5 for 5 that also has 2 major perks.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll buy that
for $1.
Okay. Barging Sergeant, the Bargent. Let's see. Amanda Storm, Charging Tuscadon. I do like Charging Tuscadon.
The fact
it's
that...
a 4/4.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 4/4 for 5. And you have to... It's got Trample, which is synergizes with its ability, deal combat damage, just double that. Which means if we could get tokens on that, we could do 10 points of damage just by slipping this through the lines.
That's true.
But that's a couple of ifs that have to be fulfilled.
But then there's also is it Burning Sun's Avatar, which basically gives that ability to everything that you control.
Right. So if we could give that same ability to everything, I think that would be a better card.
Yeah, I agree.
You can charge the Tuscan out of it. Ballard, Lava Axe.
The only thing I've noted I can see here is Demanding Dragon. But I think Skargan Hellkite's going to be a better pick for us.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah. I do agree with that. So we can skip Demanding Dragon for now.
Yeah.
So demanding.
Like, I think overall this is going to be better.
Yep, because we can trigger that. It's got Riot in flying, which means it's a 4/4 that can turn into either a 4/4 with haste or a 5/5.
Yeah. And it has that ping ability.
Yep. Activate this only if Skargan Hellkite has a +1/+1 counter on it, which basically means if you want to use that ability, you either need to have a way to put tokens on it, or you need to have a way, or you need to pick the +1/+1 counter on Riot. So it's like if you're going to set it up as a pinger, you need to pick the counter.
Yeah. I do like it though. I'm going to throw it in.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend
it's a good card. I think it's a solid card. Also, it's a flyer. So yeah, that's upsides. Yeah, I like it. Let's see.
Not really feeling any of the rest of
Unfriendly
these.
Fire. It's a great card.
Yeah.
It's funny. I like the name and I like the
Siege Gang we will do something with later when we do the whole Mirror March deck.
Yes.
The Mirror March Goblin deck.
If we could put a Goblin in play under Mirror March and duplicate it, and just keep firing them out under a Siege Gang commander, I would definitely giggle.
Yeah, yes. I think that'd be hilarious. Okay.
Yep.
Oh no, it's not Burning Sun's Avatar. Shit, what was the card? Maybe I'm lying. I'm sure there was a
liar.
Card. Sure there was a card that said whenever a source you control would deal damage to...
When Burning Sun's Avatar enters a battlefield, it does 3 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. That's good. And 3 damage to up to 1 target creature.
Yeah.
So you could target the player or the planeswalker and another creature.
It has that cursed triple red mana cost though.
It's a 6/6 for 6, and it's got 3. But I mean, that is definitely a mid to late, if not late. You're not pulling that thing out on turn 3 or turn 4.
No, definitely not. If we're going for a 6/6, I would prefer to play a Tally though.
Right. Yeah. Whenever it attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. Then you may cast any number of non-land cards exiled this way without paying the mana cost. So yeah, it exiles each player, so you and them, but only you
can play them.
May cast.
It's nice.
So they get exiled. You can exile it, but still use it.
Yeah, exactly. You can also cast the other players' stuff.
Yes, any cards exiled this way, which means anything you're exiled. So
I like
it's funny. Okay, so here's a concept for the deck. Do we want to get some elf greenside ramp and try to get some big creatures out early?
Yes.
Get those.
I assume that's what we were planning on doing.
Okay. Awesome.
I don't see anything else that we really want here.
No. Mirror March. Tempting, but I don't think it fits. I think we could better use that later on.
Yeah, I think that's a card that you build a deck around, not something that's thrown in.
Oh, I'm just going to throw in Mirror March. No. Would it be a giggles to actually Mirror March and, a Tali Primal Storm? Sure. I think. But,
no, it wouldn't work.
Anything like a Scar. Well, yeah, it's a legendary. But Skargan Hellkite or Charging Monster Sword or something, yeah, I think it'd be funny. Even Pain Bacon. Mirror March Pain Bacon. Get more on the field. Sure. I know. But, yeah. Rage.
That's a really good idea.
Wait a minute. When it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain vigilance, trample until end of turn. That's Pain Bacon, right? So go over to the other one. Wait a minute. You're looking at Silverclad Ferocidons, right? Whenever it's dealt damage, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking this is an 8/5 for 7.
Right. Well, that's good right there. But so if you get this onto the wire, are you saying that it's synergizing with?
Oh no, it was this that I was seeing synergizing with Mirror March.
Oh, with Mirror March, yeah.
Because whenever it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control, so the tokens would all buff everything as well.
That would be, that's a good point. You could do mirrored Pain Bacon. That would be a really good deck, I think.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to investigate later when we get to the jank portion of this stream.
Yes. So, okay, Silverclad Ferocidons. If it deals damage, they sacrifice a permanent. Are you seeing potential use there, or what?
I'm seeing it more as a way to get around hexproof.
Okay, that's a good point.
Because making them sacrifice permanents is never a bad thing. But I'm also at the same time thinking, with the number of things that have things that happen when they die, now that Orzhov has appeared, maybe not the best idea.
Right, but Orzhovs are always 1/1 ghost tokens.
With flying.
With flying, right, but still, Goblin Chain Whirler, it's all dead. Goblin Chain Whirler is Orzhov's nightmare, basically. Because they're always 1/1s. That's the thing I don't get about the Orzhov mechanic.
They start off as 1/1s.
Right, and they could put tokens or whatnot on them, but when they first show up, if you kill everything on the battlefield, or make them sacrifice something, and that triggers it, all you have to do is do a Goblin Chain Whirler, and it wipes the board of all the unbuffed ghost tokens. They start off as 1/1s.
Ethereal Absolution is an Orzhov card as well, though.
What does that do?
Creatures you control get +1/+1. Creatures opponents control get -1/-1, and you can pay to create spirits.
Well, I mean, white also has that. What is it? The Angel Factory card.
Divine Visitation.
Right. So when you make a token, it actually is what is it, a 5/5 angel or something?
4/4 angel with vigilance and flying.
So, yeah. So I think the Orzhov mechanic works best with Angel Factory card.
Yeah, I would agree.
And there's a deck there somewhere. We need to make that deck.
There's a deck there that we are going to make.
Yes.
This might be a long stream, Vagram.
We'll see. I'm seeing. I mean, Silverclad Ferocidons is an 8/5 for 7. That is 100% true.
We'll throw it on the maybe board. I don't think we'll run it, but I just like the potential. Plus, it's a pack of raptors.
Oh, here we go. Silverclad Ferocidons, Polyraptor, Mirror March, Forerunner of the Empire.
Yes.
You get out Forerunner, then you get out a You get out Forerunner and Mirror March. You summon out a Silverclad Ferocidon and then start pulling out Polyraptors. And they just start sacrificing permanents. That's the deck we need to make. Later. Not now. Okay. Jaya's Immolating Inferno. X damage to each of up to 3 targets. That's rough. Okay. Okay. Green cards. 1 mana cost. The other side of the deck. I would say Mana Elves, but we've got Scaling Mana Elves somewhere now. I think that might be Simic. I'm not sure.
Why don't we run both?
Oh, you have the pretty Mana Elves.
I do have the pretty Mana Elves, yeah.
I really like those cards.
I do really like them.
That full-length art. Woo! Sexy!
Once we finish the stream, I'll send you a picture of a card I have. It's a full art Wrath of God.
Oh God!
It's like foil and gorgeous. It was a DCI Player Award like years ago.
Oh. See, Mr. Trunks has history with competitive paper version of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
I haven't done that since Clinton was in office. So yeah, that's a long time ago. Let's see.
I'm actually really tempted by this for some reason.
I was just reading that. Literally, each opponent may search their library for a basic land card. Now, this is Ixalan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, search their library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle it. Yeah, but you're giving your opponent's land, not yourself.
I know, but it's a 3/3 for 1.
I mean, if we could get this thing out early with, what is it? Rhythm of the Wild? We could, which is turn 3, but still. If we got Mana Elves, we could do this pretty early with Rhythm of the Wild and get a 4/4 or a 3/3 with haste that we could hit pretty hard. And they get a freebie land. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like the land card. Had it been like each opponent creates a token or something, like I would have been fine with it. But yeah, the land is a bit much.
You're giving them land early game, which is going to be rough if you do too many of those things. You know, you're either going to have a 4. If you had 4 of those that you were playing within the first 4 turns, they're going to be 4 land up on you. So
yeah. I don't think we do that.
Wait a minute. Back 1 step. It's like Rabid Bite. There's Prey Upon. 1 green. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Now, I'm not saying specifically, but if we're going to get something and make it big, that or Rabid Bite is a really good choice. I kind of think Rabid Bite is a better mechanic because it is that creature taking its power and doing that much damage to the other one. This is fight. So if with Prey Upon, if that other creature has Death Touch, yours is dying.
Yeah.
With Rabid Bite, it doesn't, but that only costs 1 mana.
There is the new split card, the red-green one that fights at instant speed.
Yeah, let's hold on for that one.
Which I can't remember the name of, and we didn't actually get any, so I'm going to have to find it.
Yeah, that's fine. I do think Corrosive Ooze. When it blocks or becomes blocked by an equipped creature... Oh, no, that's super niche.
Yeah. Not really seeing anything here.
No, if it's legendary, that's not useful. Stony Strength is 1 mana, +1/+1 counter on something. Untap it, but that's... It's a 1-shot instant. I think we're looking for like buffs or more substantial gains. We want to get our creatures swole. I'm not seeing anything right here.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I've now set up a Furgling Empire in Stellaris. Oh god, we're all doomed. Fungal Plot. No, it's not the other one. What is it? Path of Discovery is what I'm thinking of. I think Path of Discovery gets a green card. It's an enchantment. I do think it could be good, especially if we're going to be dealing with more expensive critters. Every time something comes out, it explores. If it explores and it gets a creature or a non-land card, they get a +1/+1 counter. No downsides.
Yeah.
If it finds a land card, you can
get a land.
You can draw that land card. Yeah, you get land. So I do think Path of Discovery would be good in this deck, just because we're going to be dealing with some beefier boys.
I'm tempted to put like 2 Gaia's Blessings in, but we're never going to cast it.
Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into the library. Draw a card. When Gaia's Blessing is put into your graveyard from the library, shuffle your. It's Blue Assurance.
It's super niche.
It's like super niche mill prevention or something. Yeah. I'm not sure what. Or just making sure you keep some target cards in play. But
yeah.
Okay. Actually, back one screen. We're looking at some buff spells. Gift of Strength, I actually think is good. It costs 2 mana. It's an instant, and it gives +3/+3 and gains reach until end of turn. If we have flyers that we need to block, we could either do stuff like Plummet or Crushing Canopy, or we could do Gift of Strength. And Gift of Strength is still going to be useful +3/+3. It is only until end of turn, but I mean, that's a really good blocker assurance, even if we had one of those in the deck.
I mean, if we're talking about blocking flyers, would
taking care of flyers. It doesn't have to be block. We could do Crushing Canopy. We could do other solutions. I'm just offering that up as an idea. What are you looking for?
The instant card that gives creatures you control +0/+5 and reach until end of turn.
Oh, I'm not even sure what that's called.
Sure, it was a green card.
It sounds like a green card. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive.
Tower Defense.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 mana. It's a good defending card, to be sure. If we want to stop a blocker, we might not be able to do a lot of damage to it, but I mean, it's going to turn something into a good blocker, even if it's reach or not.
Yeah, true.
I think Tower. So, I mean, if we need to stop a block, is Tower Defense still into turn as well? So, I mean, the basic question is, do you want more survivability? Yeah, so there's Titanic Growth. That's just a flat-out +4/+4 until end of turn.
Yeah.
Or there's Gift of Strength, which is +3/+3 and reach.
Yeah.
I think dinging 1 point off and getting that reach benefit is really nice. We could use it just as +3/+3 or to stop a flyer. The real question becomes between Tower Defense or Gift of Strength. Do you want survivability insurance, or do you want to take something out? Like defense or offense? Because Gift of Strength is more offense.
It's true. Yeah, I think Gift of Strength is probably the better option.
Fit. Yeah. It's only 2 mana. It's a really good card. I like it. Yeah, I think it was a good addition.
Okay, let's add a couple of Gift of Strength. We may end up taking these out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Depending on whether we add Nikaya.
Yeah, definitely. Incubation. Yes, Incubation Druid. That is the scaling mana elf. It starts off only giving 1, and it's a 2-drop, but you can scale it up to giving 3 as soon as you adapt it. Yeah. The only hitch is adapt is 5 mana.
Or you play it when it has a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah, that's true. You do anything that's got a +1, as long as it's got a counter on it. It doesn't have to be all 3 of the adapt counters. So if we could get it out with Riot, it would be 3 mana right away, and it would be a 1/3. It'd be a yeah. I think that's a good option. I think the Incubation Druid is really interesting because it does mean that mana gain from mana elves scales into late game, which is really cool.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to making a new Elf Ball deck as well.
Yeah, that'd be good. I can't wait to see Elf Ball 2.0.
Because like Incubation Druid, you've got Growth Chamber Guardian as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever one or more counters are on the Growth Chamber Guardian, you may search your library for a card named Growth Chamber Guardian, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. Super weird. It lets you get more of them. It's only 2 mana for a 2/2. It's not a bad card.
Yeah. And it's only 3 mana to adapt it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, that is a good card. So you can actually, it's adapt 2, which means it'll go from a 2/2 to a 4/4.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let you find another one.
Yeah, and let you find another one. And if we have Riot on the board, Rhythm of the Wild, where we could give it Riot, then that means it would come in as a 3/3 and scale to a 5/5.
No, because adapt is only if it doesn't have +1/+1 counters on it. That's the only downside of doing the Riot thing.
Right. Yeah, well, no, that's fine then. It'll come in as a 2/2's haste.
Yeah, exactly.
We use it right away, and then we can adapt it next turn. What's funny is the Incubation Druid with a counter on it gives enough mana, the right amount of mana, to adapt the Growth Chamber Guardian.
Yes. Although, if we did it with Riot, we'd basically get to search for another one of them right away.
Put it out, search for another one immediately. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I think there's potential with that. I do think it fits with a couple of aspects of it. Yeah. Okay.
Not really seeing anything here that jumps out. I mean, Merfolk Branchwalker's probably the closest thing to.
Yeah, I mean, Llanowar Scout. You may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield.
That's really slow, though.
Yes, it is, because it's tap. Branchwalker only is usable once, though. Plus, if we have Path of Discovery, if we do put Path of Discovery in the deck, I'm not saying we have to, but if we did, that would mean that everything had that same purpose.
It would mean we could order the triggers so that Explore goes off first.
Right.
And if it doesn't get a +1/+1 counter, we can always use Riot to
give it a
+1/+1 counter.
If it does get a +1/+1, we give it haste.
Yeah.
I think there's an interesting concept of having a Gruul deck that's got enter the battlefield. Basically, enter the battlefield triggers like that. So, when it enters the battlefield, it checks for Explore, then it checks for Riot, then it checks for something else, then we do something with it.
I see. I'm now thinking of a green, red, black deck that's just like Explore and Riot.
Like black.
Because you've got a couple of black things that have Explore, but you can also use black to pull things back from the graveyard.
Okay.
That's interesting. I might do that. I might have.
We can get this deck and upgrade it into that deck. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to use Merfolk?
I like the Branchwalkers.
Okay.
They're in a lot of decks. I think they're in a lot of decks for reasons.
I mean, if we had Path of Discovery out and the Branchwalker comes out, it has a chance of coming out with two +1/+1 triggers on it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, it turns it into a 4/3, which is not shabby. So, let's see. There's that Rabid Bite for 2 mana. Deals damage equal to its power to target a creature you don't control. Phrasing is everything. That's immune to Death Touch. Or First Strike. Which I think is interesting because it's right next to Pounce, which has an instant, but Pounce is vulnerable to First Strike or Death Touch and stuff like that.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's not worry about that right now. We could pick up some Fog with Root Snare. I'm not sure I would do that, but we could.
I don't see anything here that's...
I like River Herald's Boon until it gets to that point of target Merfolk.
Yeah.
It's like, put a counter on something. Hey, that's useful. Put a counter on a Merfolk. What?
Although, like, Merfolk Branchwalkers do a Merfolk.
Right, but that's the only Merfolk we have in the whole damn deck.
Well, yeah, until we add the Jadelight Ranger and we get 3 drops.
Jade Light Ranger. Which one is that one?
It's the 2/1 merfolk that, when it comes into play, explores and then explores again.
Oh, okay. That's true. However, that is still only 2 creatures amongst a longer list of stuff. So
I think if we want to look at spells that put things on things, then biogenic upgrade's the way to go.
Yes,
but that's like ridiculously expensive.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Team Kavu is a potential here.
Kicker. 2/2. If it was summoned, if it was Untamed Kavu was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 3 counters on it. So I mean, it's basically almost an adapt. The earlier adapt function.
Yeah, so it comes into play adapt rather than no.
Yeah. So it comes into play, kicked, and enters the battlefield with 3 counters on it. So it'll be a 5/5 instead of a. So it scales. You can either cast it for 2 and get a 2/2, or you can cast it for
5 and get a 5/5. Either way, it still has vigilance and trample.
That's true. 100%. Yeah, I think it's a good creature.
I like it. Yeah, we'll throw it in.
Yeah.
I think we're only at 2 drops.
Yep. I think this is a hard deck to do because we don't have a very specific vision, unlike the Mirror March, Polyraptor, and all that nonsense. We have ideas for those. This is a harder one because we're basically browsing. Blanchwood Armor, +1/+1 for each forest you control, and that's a duration enchant aura that is not until end of turn. But we do have to think about if we want to go that route or just lots of creatures with quick buff.
Yeah, I think lots of creatures is probably the way we go.
I think it fits better with the Rhythm of the Wild theme.
Yeah,
so yes.
I would agree.
Blinding Frog. Prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn. Creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. That's super weird.
Yeah, it was the creatures you control gain hexproof that kind of caught my eye because I'd never seen it.
Yeah. At the beginning of your upkeep, Colossal Majesty. If we're going to have some big boys, you get some card draw advantage. But I think it's kind of niche to rely on that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Colossal Majesty is one of those cards that you put in your deck if you think it's going to go long. If the match is going to go long. And I think we're hoping that it won't.
Yeah, I think if we need Colossal Majesty, we've probably already lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. So, okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything here.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Daggerback Basilisk. Death Touch 2/2. Death Touch in green, not common.
Yeah, it's really not.
Gatebreaker Ram. There's the card that goes bah when you play.
Bah. Yeah, it does. That we will be using that today in our gate deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
you
want
to do the gate deck next? Or you want to do a Simic deck next? We are running out of time. We're probably going to have time for another deck.
Yeah, I'd really like to do the Simic deck.
Okay, let's do the Simic next, and we can do Gate next week. Gate or Break the Things deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see anything here that's.
No,
really...
I'm wondering if we need to skip ahead to like the 4 and 5 drop stuff. To start picking out a couple of big boys. Well, I mean, we already have a couple of big boys picked out, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, we've got Carnage Tyrants, we've got Pain Bacons.
Jade Light Ranger, you were going to put that in, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, we have Pain Bacon and Carnage Tyrant. You're going to put Jade Light Ranger in. Unless we want something specific, like I've talked about Path of Discovery. Yeah, and I can't remember where that is.
It's a 4-drop, I believe.
Yeah. I do think that synergizes with Rhythm of the Wild because we would be exploring for counters or land, and then they would be gaining riot for counters or haste. And I think there's a synergy there. Oh, Gore Claw. Woof. Whenever Gore Claw attacks, each creature you control with 4 or greater gains +1/+1 and trample.
Yeah.
Yes, no? It's a legendary. We only have 1 on the field at a time. But you only need 1.
Yeah. I think given that we've got Rhythm of the Wild, which is potentially bumping... I mean, everything we have, with the exception of probably the Immolation Shaman and the Pyromancers and the Druids, but we're never going to attack with them. Like, everything we have has the potential to hit that 4 power.
Yeah, okay. I think that's a good fit.
There is the other way we can go and find the green thing that gives everything with a +1/+1 counter on it, trample.
Oh, there's Path of Discovery. What was that card? It was a Gruul card. It was a split dual card, right? That you said gave counters.
Biogenic Upgrade.
No. Was it? No, Biogenic Upgrade. It's just a straight up green card.
Yeah, it is.
Green blue. Do you want to look at that one?
We sure can, yeah.
I mean, we're at 87 of 60 right now. We don't even have land in the deck, so we're going to start trimming back.
We've got 8 land. We'll be fine.
8 whole land, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this guy.
Trollbred Guardian? Oh, okay. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. That's rough. And it's a 5/5 for 5 that could become a 7/7. Wow. That adapt isn't even that expensive either. Okay, yeah. I think it's got possibility. What do you think?
I kind of like him, yeah.
Yeah.
There's always the Mammoth, but... Yeah, Biogenic Upgrade.
Okay, yeah, it's 6 mana to cast, not cheap. But you can put counters on things that don't have counters, and suddenly all creatures with counters, ... start triggering on more things. What do you think, 2? Or would you put more in?
I would say, yeah, 2's probably enough.
I mean, we're not going to be firing it off a lot at that mana cost.
No, exactly.
We just want to make sure we get one in hand at some point.
Like a Colossal Dreadmaul's been reprinted 3 times.
That is Magic, that's core, and then Rivals and Ixalan?
Rivals and Ixalan. Yeah.
Why did it get reprinted in Rivals of Ixalan and Ixalan? That seems silly.
I'm assuming it was for limited.
Oh.
For like drafting and sealed. They would have needed something to fill that mana slot.
Oh, why are you calling me? Phone! Prodigious growth! Yep, enchant 7/7 and trample, but that's okay, we don't need it. There's the Palaka worm.
Palaka worm, yeah.
But we don't need it.
No, I don't think we need any of these.
Nah. I think we probably have all the tools we need. We need to sit down, make some choices, and trim, and then go from there. Kalta, Primal Hunger. Oof.
Imagine a hasted Galta.
Spell cost X less. That'd be rough, man. I mean, once you get a number of creatures out, especially in this deck, you get him out even mid-game for cheaper.
Yep.
He's got trample, plus he comes in and checks for riot and gets a haste token on him.
Yep.
And you smack somebody for 12 that turn. Yeah, that's rough.
I like that idea.
I'm thinking we're going to get some of the ones we've got 4 creatures of, and we're going to charge him down. We're going to trim it down to 2, so we have a more of a diversity, of creatures.
Yeah, I would agree with that concept. So yeah, there's Thrash and Threat.
Yeah, see that left side is Rabid Bite.
Yeah, instant speed, but also hits Planeswalkers.
Yep.
But I think we need to make the call as to whether we are going to use Nikia.
I think if there is a deck to use Nikia in the state we've got this one right now.
It's this one?
I mean, yeah, but if we do cast non-creature spells, you can't cast non-creature spells, that means that we're going to have to wait to play her until we can get Rhythm of the Wilds out and or Path of Discovery.
Yes.
Because she puts a major kink in there.
Yeah, that's true.
What other direction would we go if we weren't going to use Nikia? Were you going to say Nikia or just use her or not?
It was more of a use her or not.
I like the idea of using her, but the major concept we've got about giving everything Riot falls apart with her.
Yeah, that's true.
I love everything else about her, though. That's for sure. There's a 2/3 Rebel Slinger with Reach.
I'm kind of curious about Grand Warlord Rata now.
It's got haste, 3/4 for 4. Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, add that much mana into any combination of red and or green until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases is in.
Yeah.
So it continues until the end of the turn, basically.
Yeah. So like, if we're attacking, which we will be, then this is another way to ramp into those big creatures.
Attack with stuff, summon in a whole bunch of things, and since it's going to be after combat, choose the counter instead of haste.
Yeah.
Go into the next turn, attack, do it even more again and again if we want to. I think it's a good option, and it synergizes.
Like, if we're playing her like turn 4, then by that point we could have 3 or 4 creatures in, so that's like 7 mana available to us turn 4 or turn 5.
That means we could do some really dumb stuff.
I'm putting her in. I like that.
Okay, I say yes.
For obvious reasons. Very obvious reasons.
And I think we should keep 4.
So if we're not playing Nikia, then I think we should add Thrash in.
Okay.
I mean, Threat is decent, but Thrash could potentially be clutch.
If they've got something that is blocking, I mean, even if they've got a Planeswalker, we could whack a Planeswalker without having to waste that creature in combat.
Yeah, like, the guy plays Teferi and Turbo Fog, and we just go, and then we'll thrash him to death.
Yes. Killing Teferi. Bang, bang. Yeah, okay, sure. We can toss a couple in. Redeeming Wild.
This is the first time I've used wild cards in a while. I'm going to craft 4. We may not use them.
It's fine. It's understandable.
I'm just excited about the concept of using wild cards for a change.
Let's make a wild card deck.
So,
that's horrible.
Cindervines is potentially interesting.
Yeah, whenever our opponent casts a non-creature spell, Cindervines deal 1 damage. That player synergizes with one of the cards we've got. 1 and sacrifice Cindervines destroys target enchantment, artifact or enchantment. Deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller, which means we would be able to use it to get rid of Luminous Bonds, Dominate,
Conclave Tribunal.
Hieromancer's Cage, all sorts of stuff. I like it. It's utilitarian. And it fits in with our theme, because we've got something else that does that, but Immolation Shaman.
I don't think we go more than 2, though.
Nah.
It's something we'd probably like to see, but not like it that much.
We're at 105 cards, by the way.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
We need to start trimming, man. We need to start trimming. Unless you're looking for some of the still good options. Raging Regisaur?
Just noticed that myself, yeah.
Raging Regisaur attacks, it does 1 damage to any target. That's rough. It's a 4/4 for 4. Huh. Alright.
It's also Regisaur Alpha.
Other dinosaurs you control have haste. Yeah, it's kind of niche. A Regisaur Alpha enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 dinosaur token with trample and... Yeah, with trample. Huh. dinosaur, right? And we have Galta Primal Hunger is a dinosaur, right? Isn't it? Right. Okay. We do have, but I mean, wait a minute. Charging Monstrosaur. Go up to that one on the.
Monster's also a dinosaur.
Is it a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
basically, Skargan Hellkite. Skargan Hellkite is not. Itali is. Galta is. Carnage is. But Pain Bacon, Skargan Hellkite, Shorebred Guardian. So we do have several options that would synergize with. Actually, we do have several in that.
Yeah.
Actually. There's more yes than yeah. There's more things than I thought. Yeah, okay. But I mean, that means we're going to cut out. I think we should cut out some of the non-dinosaurs.
Yeah, I would agree. If we put Ridgesaur in, then we certainly need to look at cutting out other things.
Yeah. But we have some other things, non-dinosaur stuff, that have critical mechanics, like Immolation Shaman, Skargan Hellkite, Goreclaw, etc., etc., etc.
Really funny to put that in and just counter things in a green deck.
We could cast it, yeah. We're green. Counter target activity ability.
Skullgator is available to us.
Yes. Because it's hybrid mana cast. Hybrid Simic mana. As long as Skullgator has a counter on it, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. It's a 6/6 wall that can actually become an offensive creature.
Yeah, especially if
it
has Riot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's maybe a bit late for that, though.
Yeah, we have so many other things. Oh, God, gold cards. Jesus. Oh, wait, go back. I saw a dino. One more.
Yeah, there's two dinosaurs here. Yeah, both require white.
Sun's Avatar. Sakama. Yeah, no, we're not using this. Never mind, go ahead. Carry on.
I don't think we have enough multicolored creatures for Glass of the Guild Pact to be relevant.
No.
I don't really think we need anything else.
Well, no, never mind.
So normally I look at artifacts for like color fixing, but I don't think we're going to have that issue.
Nope, we only got 2 colors. We're not splashing. We've got a lot of hybrid lands. Teferi's Sentinel.
Yeah.
If you control a Teferi Planeswalker.
That's the one I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, super weird. I still think that's goofy.
Yeah, I don't think we. I think we just look at this and start cutting down.
Yep. Yeah. Let's start cutting down.
76 creatures.
We have a crap ton of 2-drops that we probably want to trim.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. The Ishino Pyromancer. Right there towards the top. It is a 2/1 for 2. It pings for 2 damage when it comes in. Target player or planeswalker. I think it's good. However, I don't think we need 4 of those. I think it's a clever trick to use to take out some targets when we bring it in. I don't think we need to have a whole bunch of those. because we have a lot of other 2-drops.
Not sure we actually need any of those.
I mean, when it comes in, it pings, but we're not going to be... I don't know if we're going to be attacking with it much after that.
Yeah, exactly. I think in terms of our 2-drops, it's probably our weakest.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Let's ditch it.
Yeah, I think we cut it entirely.
Okay. Incubation Druid, I want to keep.
Yeah, I want to keep the Shaman. I want to keep the Druid.
There's Merfolk Branchwalker. We're going to keep. Gift of Strength. We have that, and that goes in the category of either enchantments, instants, or sorceries that are non-creature spells. We do have some of those. Do we want to go ahead and keep Gift of Strength as just in case, but drop it down to 2?
Yeah, I think so. I think we cut Lightning Strike.
Preacher Raid. Oh,
yay,
hi.
Preacher Raid.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Preach. Hey, Cougars. How are you?
Cougars says hello again.
Hello again.
Yeah. We are still working on our first deck. We're trimming it down, but it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think we cut Lightning Strike.
I think it's an interesting...
Because we have...
I don't think we need it, though.
We have that other card. We did have that other card. Do we not? Do we not add
what
that?
Other card?
Thrash Threat? Did we not put that in? Yeah, we did. Okay, admittedly...
We've been working on this for an hour. We have, yes. We have been working on this for an hour.
Yeah.
But that means you can stick around maybe and watch it. So, yeah. We have... Man, the way they format the mana costs on that Thrash Threat card is super weird.
It's super
like, wow, that's an expensive card. No.
Like, I think we drop Lightning Strike because Thrash Threat will take care of both creatures and planeswalkers, and...
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's true. We can get a creature and basically thrash a hostile target with it.
Yeah, thrash him to death.
That's a good call.
So...
thrash it to death.
I'm kind of thinking Kavu might drop.
Okay. Because you have the Merfolk Branchwalkers you want to keep.
Yeah, I think so. Because we have way too many 2-drops. Like,
we do. We have way too many. We need to cut a whole bunch of them out. We need to keep Incubation Druid. We need to keep. We need to keep Merfolk Branchwalker. Okay, you can cut the Kavu because we have so many other things that are going to be getting counters. I think having to rely on something that's got a kicker cost is a bit much.
Exactly.
I have a black-white deck that has some Allegiance cards in it that works decent, says Preacher. That's awesome to hear, man.
I'm really tempted to take the Bannerets out as well. Although, the only thing that stops me is if we don't get green mana on first turn, we don't really have a turn 1 play. But at the same time, we don't really need one either.
I don't think we need a turn 1. Most of our stuff is going to be a couple of turns in, winding up.
Yeah.
This isn't exactly a weenie aggro deck. It's kind of like a mid-range to late-range aggro deck.
Whereas, like, if we drop Zartar Goblin on turn 2, then that's 2 damage, so it makes up for the Banneret.
Right, exactly. Now, the only downside to Zartar is if we're mana screwed and we're only getting mountains or whatever, but I figured if we don't have a mix of mana lands, if we don't have a mix of colors for lands in our
we'll probably just mulligan.
Yeah, we'll probably just mulligan the hand. So I think Zerta is a good thing. Let's drop the Bannerets. I think the Bannerets are
already done.
Okay, Burning Tree Vandal we picked up specifically. It's a 3-drop. Let's see. Whenever you attack, you discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Riot. Interesting mechanic. Do we need it, or do we need to worry about it?
I don't think we need to worry about it.
Okay, let's toss it. I do like the Goblin Chain Whirler idea. It's 3/3. I mean, it's a good card. 3/3 for 3. It does have that 3 red restriction.
Yeah.
But it does 1 damage to everything when it comes into the battlefield. Creatures and planeswalkers and the opponent. It's got First Strike, which is also good, especially if we can get it haste, or if we get a +1/+1 counter on a 4/4. Nothing to sneeze at. So I kind of think we should keep the Chain Whirler. World Spellbreaker is too useful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have to keep the Spellbreaker. So it's really between.
If we were going to, if I had to choose between Chain Whirler or Spellbreaker, I would keep the Spellbreaker.
Yeah.
I think
we'd potentially drop the Jade Light and the Branch Walker.
Do you want to? I mean, we have a card that could give us Explore on everything. I realize that this has a potential to come out as a 4/3.
Yeah.
But that is a possible, not a definite.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Yeah, and if you run across 2 land, yes, you're getting 2 land onto the battlefield, but then you have a 2/1 for 3.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, do we want a 3/3 all the time, or do we want...
Yes. If I had to choose between Jade Light Ranger and Chain Whirler, I would choose Chain Whirler.
Yeah, I think we're going to drop the Branch Walkers as well for the same reason.
Okay.
Like, I'd rather have the Zartar Goblins or an Incubation Druid over a Branch Walker.
Right. Yeah, the Incubation Druids are going to scale to late game. They're going to be really important, as well as Grand Warlord Rada working in combination with the Incubation Druids. We're going to have a lot of mana to throw around.
Yeah, I like Rada. I'm not convinced about Gorgle either. It's going to make our stuff cheaper, but we first have to find him on curve.
Yes, we have to find him and get him out. Find it and get it out there, and it will make anything powerful or greater too. I think we're going to have enough other options.
Yeah, that we don't need it, because we've got Trollbright Guardian as well, which gives it everything with a counter trample.
Yes,
which is more relevant than just that. So I think
that turns from a 5/5 into 7/7 scaling. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of let's see. I still like the idea of Grand Warlord Rada. I think that's going to work. Things we're going to be attacking with, generating mana.
Exactly.
So yeah, there's a deck list from Preacher on the thing he's been working on. I'll have to give a Tace's Army. Yeah, we'll have to give a look at that after the stream, man. Thanks, I appreciate it. Okay, we kind of need Carnage Tyrant and Galta, and a Tali. I think that Skargan Hellkite is... I really like that ping ability it's got.
Yeah.
Tali Primal Storm.
I think Atali is the one that we can't cut here.
6 mana. Whenever it attacks, exile the top card of each player's. You may play that. I think it's an interesting mechanic, but I don't think it fits with the rest of the deck.
If you have to pick between a Tali and a Carnage Tyrant, like the Carnage Tyrant is going to win every day.
Yeah, because it can't be countered when you cast it. Trample and Hexproof. There's no downside on that Carnage Tyrant.
Endra's Forerunner's Preach is what we're calling Pain Bacon.
That's Pain Bacon. Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. When it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain Vigilance and Trample until end of turn. Ouch. Pain Bacon. Yeah. Domri Rade. Smash the city to pieces. Rade? Raid? I don't know.
Raid,
yeah. Raid. Domri Raid. Smash the city to pieces. Yeah. Good card. I really like Endra's Forerunners. Interesting. So
still at 72 cards.
Yep. 72 cards, no land. Well, 8 land. Let's see. We could trim off one of a few of them. Like, we could trim off 1 Charging Monster Sword, 1 Skargan Hellkite, 1 Rekindling Phoenix. We could drop.
I think we potentially drop Cindervines.
I like it. We've got the Immolation Shaman, which fills the same role.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have to... We could still attack with the Immolation Shaman if we wanted to.
I'm just thinking, like, if we're playing and we get to turn 2, would we rather drop a Cindervines or an Immolation Shaman, or would we rather drop Zartar Goblin? Like, Cindervines is only immediately useful if we can drop it turn 2, maybe turn 3 at the latest.
I think that's a good point. Yes, I do think that's a good point. So we could drop Cindervines.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be like a tertiary option at best. That's going to be mid-late game. Well, I guess let's put it down. Immolation Shaman, I like its ability. It gets +3/+3 and gains Menace until end of turn. That's nice. I mean, technically, you could do that several times if you've got the mana to dump into it.
Yeah, but is the game going to be over by that point?
My big thing is we have the thing that is an anti-trigger ability. Do we want to worry about that, or do we want to just get stuff out to kill people faster?
I'm kind of thinking we just go faster.
If we do that, though, we need to look at the fact that we have no early game red. Basically, if we don't get a lot of green, we have nothing to do.
That's true.
Yes, that's the point of Cinder Vines. It's basically anti-mill decks or anti-trigger decks on abilities. Yeah, Immolation Shaman is kind of the same vein, but it's a creature instead of an enchantment. So, I do think you could do Immolation Shaman and Cinder Vines and a couple of other things like that, and basically make an anti-trigger deck.
I agree. Yeah, I would.
I think that's going to be Red Fog, basically, is what we would call that. I guess I don't know.
Red Green Fog.
Gruul Fog? Question mark? Yeah, is there a Gruul Fog deck out there somewhere?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
We can always add it back in if we start playing this and it becomes obvious we're stupid and we shouldn't have done it.
We still have 18 cards in the sideboard too, so
yeah.
All of it's probably going to get dropped. There might be something in there we could put in place. It's all getting dropped.
There we go. We don't have any cards in the sideboard anymore.
Yay! Okay, Zertog Goblin is our basically early game red. Biogenic Upgrade, Troll, Red Guardian.
I like the Guardian. I think we need to keep the Guardian.
I do. I want to keep the Guardian. I think it's a really good idea. Each creature you control has +1/+1 counter on it, has trample.
Yeah.
That's going to get rough really quick, and in conjunction with so many other things we've got that are giving tokens out. But do we need to trim one off of the Carnage Tyrant and the Pain Bacon? Do we need to trim one Rekindling Phoenix out, one Rhythm of the Wild out?
Kind of tempted to drop Biogenic Upgrade as well.
You think so?
Yeah,
it's expensive. We're not going to get it out early.
It's going back to that whole by turn. By the time we have 6 mana, what do we want to drop? Do we want to drop something that is a final answer?
The primary reason. Gruul. But the primary reason we have Biogenic Upgrade in the deck right now is so we can put a counter on something that does not have a counter on it, so it plays in with Troll Red Guardian.
Yeah,
that's it. Really, because we have so many other ways of getting either tokens on a creature, counters on a creature, or getting more creatures out that we shouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, agreed.
And Grand Warlord Rada and stuff like that is a prime example. You want us to drop it? I think that there is a Simic deck that Biogenic Upgrade will have it will be the perfect answer for.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm not sure it's this deck.
Yeah, I don't think it's this deck. So if we do this, we get us down to 60 cards.
Then we need to add
some land?
Yeah. How much land do we need? Probably looking at 25 land in total. So that's another 16.
That would bring us up to 76 right now, I think.
$77.
Do you want to run it like it is right now and see how it works? Do more trimming?
I think we need to do more trimming.
Before? Okay.
60, 64 I'd be okay running with, but...
Well, okay, let's look at it this way. We've got Goblin Chain Whirler. It's 3 red. We like the abilities on it, but do we really want to keep it? It's got the 3/3 for first strike, but it's 3 red mana.
Yeah.
Which means we're not getting it out on turn 3. Gruul Spellbreaker, I think, is a better option.
Almost every time we're going to want to play the Spellbreaker instead of a Chain Whirler,
yeah,
aren't we?
Let's drop the Chain Whirler. I like it, but let's drop the Chain Whirler.
I really like Rekindling Phoenix.
Drop 1. Just trim it back to 3 or 2. We have so many other big options that we could play, like Carnage Tyrant or Galta, that we're not going to be popping out that many. I think we should have fewer numbers of a bigger mix of stuff in our bag. And having 4 of this, 4 of that, 4 of that.
Yeah, true.
So we're at 65 right now. Do you want to drop 1 Rhythm of the Wild?
Yeah, we could actually. We could. If I can find the deck again.
Okay. So I had a Jank Upgrade and a Trollbred Guardian. With that 1 Merfolk card that makes creatures with counters on them unblockable, that would be a mess.
But then you don't need the Trollbred Guardian if you have unblockable.
Yeah,
like,
because
there's
if
just
they're
no point.
You don't need trample.
Yeah.
There's no point to have trample on an unblockable creature.
Like, I would still run both of them in the same deck, but more so that you have multiple ways to finish the game, rather than because you want to have both trample and unblockable in the same creature. Well, this is a terrible hand.
Terrible hand.
This is also a terrible hand, but we're keeping it because we'll probably draw no mana.
Yeah, this will at least give us something to start with.
Hello, Rumordal. You're playing black. You're playing vampires.
Black-white. Zerta! Haste. Hit him early. Or I say counter and keep striking. But that's...
I think because he has Fountain, we need to hit him hard and fast.
Okay. That's a good point. Black-green. Is it going to be black-green vampires?
No.
Or is it just a fountain? It's just a side effect of some other black-green deck. Ravenous Chupacabra. So much removal in the current map.
Suck on my rekindling owl. It's a sapling deck.
Uh-oh. Oh, we can attack with our flyer.
So next turn we're going to have 6 mana.
Wait a minute, does that persist across turns?
No, but we'll attack again.
See, if we had the Skargan Hellkite out, we could ping that
Yeah.
Tendershoe Dryad with it. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to keep it, because it's got that reusable feature.
Land? No.
Ranging Raptors?
Yeah, whenever it takes damage, you get a land.
Oh, weird. Llanowar Elf. We got a mana elf. Those sapperlings are going to get out of hand quick.
Yep.
Okay, we have a Trollbred Guardian out.
I wanted to get Galt out, but unfortunately they killed Radha.
Yeah, would have been nice. Would have given us 7 mana next turn. Wait a minute. Galt has only 2 mana next turn.
Yeah. I mean, we have 10 power on the field. So as long as they don't kill anything.
Yeah. Well, suddenly we have a whole bunch of power blockers. Well, actually, our Rekindling Phoenix is busy, but we do have a 5/5 troll on the field.
Yeah.
If it is actually a sapperling, a green-black sapperling deck.
Why would you do that? Unless you have a fungal infection in your hand, that was stupid.
Well, it does it more expensive now.
Yeah, but the Phoenix will come back.
Oh, it's a good point. By our next turn. Dun-dun. We now have another Mana Elf and Galta. We tapped a Mana Elf to play a Mana Elf. Hey! Maybe we need to. Maybe we do need to have 4 Rhythm of the Wild.
4, 6. We need 2 more mana. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What's wrong?
Eldest Reborn is what's wrong.
Card. Yep. It's one of those cards I've got in my sapperling deck that just really does a lot of really good work.
Should have kept the Llanowar Elf in hand. Discarded the elf.
Yeah. There will be no bringing home the bacon. We got more pain bacon. We just have to live that long. Path of Discovery. Okay.
No, we
now
die.
We start getting some. You what?
We die.
Yeah, next turn he's going to attack with so many different things that we're probably going to get smacked.
He's going to bring back Pain Bacon and give everything +2/+2. Vigilance and...
Oh, crap.
Trample.
See how Pain Bacon works against us. Yep, yeah. There goes. Everything gets trample and we're now dead. Our own deck worked against us. Okay. It was super specific.
Yeah, we're dead.
I would have killed the 12/12, but
he couldn't cast down his only non-legendary and Galt was legendary.
Oh, that's right. Okay. That was rough, but let's try another match. I want to get one, like, we have a chance match before we try and out. That one started ramping up so quickly.
Well, that and we had to mulligan 3 times.
Yes. Not great.
Well, we'll keep this.
We've got one of each. We've got stuff we can cast. Yeah, we do have something we can cast. Maybe?
Not till turn 3.
And we don't have 3 mana.
Yeah, red, black, burn.
Really? Oh, it is. Oh, and there's... Man. There's a lot of rough stuff in Allegiance now to bring that out. Okay,
yep.
Now we have the options. We do have Rhythm of the Wild, though, so hey. Of course, we have to not die.
He's going to Spectacle Skewer the Critics. Or Job it. Oh, Sword Point Diplomacy.
Shock. Great.
Yeah, see the number of people I've seen where you play Sword Point Diplomacy and the opponent spends 3 life to prevent you getting a shock. And it's like, you know that shock does 2 damage, right?
You just gave them an extra point. Yeah, that seems counterintuitive.
So he has 2 shocks in his hand. We're super dead.
Man, this is rough. Light up the stage.
Why would you do that? You can't cast those. until the end of your next turn. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so he thinks he has enough to kill us this turn.
Oh.
Or next turn, because he wouldn't have paid life for that.
He's doing the shock to try and kill it.
Yep. Scare the critics.
I wonder if they have a
Sovereign's
Scare the
Bite.
critics or a bane fire? Okay, that's weird.
As much as I'd like to play Rhythm of the Wilds,
Yeah, we just haven't had a chance to get it out. Blech. Okay, lightning strike for the win. That must have been number 4 of their lightning strikes, or 3 or 4. I can't remember. Man, there's some rough stuff
this
out
is
there. Right
yeah, this is pretty rough.
Mr. Platinum. But this is not the kind of deck where we would take into. You want to make any changes, or?
I think we need to play it more before I can start saying, yeah, we need to do this. Like right now, all we know is that early game is a bit rough.
Yeah. That's mixed mana.
This is pretty good, actually.
Goblin.
Incubation
Druid. I say we keep the same. Have discovery.
Like, I think if we were going to make this deck competitive, we'd take basically red deck wins and add the green.
Yeah. We now have a blocker that's bigger than your attacker. Neener.
Yeah, but he probably has a shock in his hand or something. Yeah, Judith. He's gonna do 1 damage to us. Kills our goblin. Nah, we'll just race. Opponent really didn't want us getting mana.
Okay.
So we're gonna Rata, we're gonna swing, we're gonna get the 2 mana, we're gonna play the Llanowar Elf.
Yeah. If they allow it, what are they doing?
They'll have an instant of some description in their hand.
Yeah.
Probably a cast down. No, that's game.
Yeah. In an ever-shifting meta, introduction of an entirely new set with lots of really cool stuff. Once more with feeling.
Once more into the fire.
We need like an extra matchmaking option that says pair me against idiots. Well, that's ominous. Double Teferi. Nobody needs double Teferi.
You can never have too many Teferis.
Is this guy's name Tsuksoxoxel? Or is it just Tool?
It's just Tool, yeah.
He is a Tool. Smack, smack. So here's a funny question maybe we didn't ask ourselves. Is Rhythms Wild too slow for a deck that's supposed to be this fast?
Yeah, I think it might be.
Maybe it's a flawed concept.
Don't kill my goblins, man.
He's looking.
Don't
He's looking.
Don't kill my goblins, man.
What is this? Red, blue, black?
Blue, black, white.
No, I mean, yeah, blue, black, white. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that left land is white, black, and then it's
blue, black.
Blue, black, and then white, blue?
Yeah.
Or white, black.
Please don't kill my monster sword, man. Don't
okay,
do it.
I'm looking at it. Gonna bounce it. He's gonna bounce it.
No, he's gonna tap it.
Tap target creature. Draw a card. Okay.
This guy is trying Esper control. Trying to control the gruel doesn't work, sir. Thank you. You still die.
Skargan Hellkite. Bang, 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 bang. 1 health.
Even if you ritual suits, we still win. Yeah. Okay, so I think Rhythm Wild might be too slow.
Okay, so it might be a rethink on this deck idea.
Yeah.
You might need to not work on the counters.
Because as that is proven, we literally, if we can go fast and smash face, we win.
Yeah. Okay, so thinking about that, do we want to set this aside and do another deck?
Yeah. Do we want to do the Simic deck and then...
Let's see if we can do a Simic deck real quick. We've got about 20 minutes. Wait a minute. No. Yeah, we're an hour in. I forgot we started a little. Did we start late? What time did we go?
Yeah, we started late. We started at 1:45 instead of 1:15. Roughly. We're only an hour 48 just now.
Okay. So yeah, we got about 20 minutes and a bit left. So let's see if we can adapt to the situation and ascend.
Yeah, ascend. We're going to be ascending.
Yeah, okay. That means we need maximize altitude. That's what ascending means, right? Right? Yeah. No? Okay. No? Okay, I'll move on. Never mind. You go ahead. You pick the cards. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's start this from the opposite direction.
Most expensive, least expensive.
Let's get our win conditions first.
Let's start our Simic deck off right by looking at the Rakdos cards. No, wait. Win conditions, okay. We are looking for Simic Ascendancy. Bottom right. Yep. Okay. Biomancer familiar. Do we want the leaping Lizrog or whatever it was called?
Do we want to go that way? Okay.
Well, I mean, we were talking about if we're doing Simic Ascendancy. That's the one where we Galloping Lizrog, where we get a whole bunch of tokens, right? I think that's a good utility. We can just do 2 of them in there. Because I mean, it's a 3/3. It is a 3/3 for 5, but it's a 3/3 that could win us the game. So
yeah, that's true.
We get enough adapt or tokens moving around in other places. Hadana's Climb. Interesting.
It puts counters on things.
Yeah. Yeah. Target you control against flying and gets +X/+X no turn.
Yeah. I really want to play this, so we're putting it in.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I want to play with it. Okay. Ding ding ding. J-Light. Ding ding ding. We're at 62 out of 60. Deep Root. Ding ding ding. Deep Root.
We're basically playing a Merfolk deck.
We're playing a modified Simic Merfolk deck. Basically.
Yeah. Playing Merfolk with Simic Ascendancy.
Yeah. I'm hip. So now we toss some double color lands in. We pull some of the monocolor lands out. Or it does that automatically, I guess?
Yeah, it does automatically. It's kind of nice.
All right, cool. 60 cards. Well, you whipped that one together in a jiff.
Can you tell I've thought about this deck?
Speed compilation. What is the deal with your deck order? Why is it
I don't know. It's been weird for a while. So have you looked at Keyforge at all? Yes, I have actually.
Do you have any thoughts on it?
Yes, I have actually.
I think it looks weird and horrible.
I think it looks really interesting.
I mean, I like certain aspects of it, but other aspects of it are so bizarre as to turn me off to the game.
I like the fact that every deck is unique, but I also dislike the fact that every deck is unique.
Ditto. And the cards are printed with the name of the unique deck.
Yeah.
Which means you can't even shuffle and swap. Or you could, but it would look weird.
Like, I think Keyforge would be much better as a digital card game.
I kind of agree with that. Which makes me wonder if they're working on it. Mr. Old Mr. Dickie Garfield there.
I mean, he already did Artifact, and it sucked. I mean, it was not the best.
It seems like he keeps trying to recapture specific aspects of Magic.
And failing, yeah.
And yeah, not the whole thing, and failing. We really need an island. Okay. We got token on something.
Like, apparently, Artifact lost 97% of its player base.
Oh god, really?
Within the first, like, month.
Lava Coil. That was rough. 4 damage to a 2/2. Okay, buddy, whatever. Let's see if we can bait out some more Fire Strikes or something.
I really want that, but I also really want an island.
Just an island will do. We need one. This is one of the things that I absolutely hate about the digital version. They can't just say, you know, hey, let's separate the digital version from the paper version a little bit.
Yeah.
And let's make a slightly better and slightly more intuitive card shuffling engine, card dealing engine. It's just one of the only things that really drive me up the flipping wall about MTG. Nope. Got another Deep Root Elite, but there's no...
Yeah, we just don't have any Merfolk to cast.
Yeah, no islands.
I like how the Gate deck has more land than us right now.
Yep. District Guide. Yep. Search your library for basic lane cards or gate cards. Reveal it. God, Guild Summit. More forest. Woo!
He's going to block with a District Guide because, yeah, I probably shouldn't have attacked there, but...
Whatever. They're both dead. And stroke a copy of the latest Lonely Island album. Exactly, thank you. We just need one freaking island.
One island.
They have cards to get land. It's a goofy deck with all land cards. And all tapped cards.
I was going to play Gate Colossus for 0 right now.
Seriously? Oh, God, you called it.
I really need to stop doing that. Well, we pretty much lose now.
Oh, hey, look, Simic Ascendancy that we can't cast.
He's going to play another Gate Colossus.
Yeah, probably. You have 8 cards in hand? Jerk Bridge says, this is it. This is that gate deck I ran across. I murdered that Colossus. This was probably put together by somebody like Noxious or Merchant. And everybody's passing the deck list around.
I know Nox is working on something like this, but I think he's given it up in favour of his Biogenic Ooze deck. See?
Gatebreaker Ram. I don't have the audio turned on, by the way. I can't hear your game audio.
Okay, deck. What the fuck?
We have
like
8 dual colors.
Yeah.
And 7 islands, and we just didn't get any. It's just the game. It's just the way it works. It's the card shuffle engine. I think it's stupid. They need to get all the land cards in one stack digitally, all the non-land cards in another stack, and then shuffle those together.
Look, it's an island.
I disbelieve.
We have succeeded. We also have a forest island. A formed.
An islist? Actually, they've been islist, but whatever.
Wow, the breeding pool audio is scary.
Crawl Harpooner. I don't think I've ever seen that card.
Hello, Mr. Crawl Harpooner, sir.
We are equal to you.
I do not have any flyers, therefore your ability is meaningless and useful.
Oh, is that what they do?
They fight a flyer. Yeah.
No reach.
Hello, Mr. Crawl Harpooner.
Again. Beast.
Huh?
This is a Celestia deck?
Yeah.
Simic Ascendancy. Now we just start stockpiling those tokens. Or counters. I keep doing that. Deck gate. That gate deck I'm super curious about, but I'm wondering how often it actually works against normal decks.
Why would you do that? Take the Simic Ascendancy, you stupid fuck.
He doesn't have deck muster running. He's not a good streamer.
I do know. I definitely did not just open it.
Ding ding. They're looking at that Jade Light Ranger.
Yeah, I know. They're looking at him like,
Oh god.
Do the sensible thing and take the... Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is this just like a Celestia fog deck or what?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's kind of annoying that it's working, but whatever.
I need to log in at Deckmaster? Really? I close the window and check Deckmaster now. Thank you. It still says I need to log in Deckmaster.
Deckmaster is more like it.
Oh, okay, it's working now. There you go, Preach. Deckmaster should be working now. Maybe.
Put your deck on.
I may also need to do the thing.
Probably just need to refresh the page if you're watching.
No, it's all going green.
Where do you
now.
cast your creatures?
Oh,
What is that? World
okay.
Soul card? World what?
Convoke enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe we should put World Soul Colossus in this deck. Oh, it's got red. It's got white in its mana cost. Can't.
Pass.
Ma! Ha 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 ha!
Ding 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 ding. Discard a card. Okay. Are we gonna be able to win?
Yeah. We win next turn.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. Okay, we might not win
we're
next.
winning off Simic Ascendancy.
Yeah.
Are we gonna toss something in front of the Colossus? No, it's got trample, right?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't it have? It doesn't have trample.
No. None of his stuff
No,
has
just
trample.
Convoke. Okay, good.
So, unless he can deal with Simic Ascendancy. Fuck you, sir.
Destroy enchantment. He just figured it out. Today's not our day, man.
Yes, please attack with everything so I can kill half of your board. Sprouting Renewal? Who the fuck plays Sprouting Renewal? Apart from that guy.
Benthic Biomancer. Shadelight Ranger. Another one of those? So now you're going to get, what,
yeah.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
This is why you need to kill Merfolk decks early.
This is going to get out of hand, man. Would have been nice to win with Simic Ascendancy, but still, because we could have done it.
It's okay, I can stall him until we get another Simic Ascendancy.
Ascendancy? Are we just tossing the tokens in front of the...
Yeah.
Or what?
I mean, soon the tokens will be big enough to kill it on its own.
Yeah.
Because we now have, what, 3, 5... So we can put counters on twice.
We have another Kamina in the deck, right?
No, we have another 4. Well, no, we have another 3.
Okay, so there's 4 communities.
There's 4 Kaminas, yeah.
Okay, good. Because he's going to figure out that whole tap and token thing real quick.
What the frick is this?
That's the expiration time.
Yeah, but is it not supposed to go under instead of over?
It frowns for the top guy, and it smiles for the bottom guy. Super weird.
Okay.
Yeah. I noticed that after the patch yesterday.
Do you think this guy realizes that I don't actually have to attack him to win?
Don't actually have what?
I don't actually have to attack him to win.
Oh, that's what that arrow does. Oh my god.
Do you not know what that arrow was for?
No. I didn't even notice it until earlier. Take bite. It's okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, Jesus. Oh, they quit. I think they just figured it out.
We ascended.
Oh yes. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Like, okay, this is dumb. I give up.
Like, once you start playing Deep-Root Waters, and you have Kumena in play, it literally, you just start putting so many tokens on things.
Yeah. That is nuts. That is full-blown bonkers. I've never seen that many Deep-Root Waters before. I need to actually look at that card again, because I have that.
I found it fairly early on, and it's won me so many games. It's like, yes, I'm playing a Merfolk tribal deck. Yes.
That's not bad. Yeah. You got 2 colors, at least.
Feel the power of the Benthic Pyromancer.
Feel the burn.
Hell it. Yes. Asserted dominance. We've hit him for 1.
Feel 1, sir.
Oh.
One at him. Rhythm of the Wild. Uh-oh. This is where we have to overwhelm them like that other asshat did to us. Got a replacement.
I mean, I like Deep-Root Elite as much as any other Merfolk loving guy. But
Yeah.
come on.
River Sneak with Riot. Okay, it's a 2/2 that's unblockable.
So this guy splashed red literally just for Red in the Wild. He's playing a Merfolk deck.
Oh, that's super weird. Interesting idea. Surprised they got their red early. That was lucky.
I would not be surprised if this was going for the same thing that we're going for.
Yeah. Trying to get Riot on everything.
Yeah.
Give it counters or give it haste.
Yep.
We just need some more mana.
This is a Merfolk deck, alright. Yep, this is a Merfolk deck, alright.
Oh, good grief.
Ha! I played my Kumena first. The unfortunate thing is he has a lot more mana than we do.
Yeah. Hatioba?
Yeah, whenever land enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card.
Oh, Jesus.
This is going to drop Kumena now. No? Not dropping Kumena now?
Maybe that third card in their hand is some solution, something that we don't know yet. Woohoo! I wonder. It makes me wonder if they have that card in their deck or not.
Yes, we out merfolk the merfolk.
They gave up.
Yeah, they saw Simic Ascendancy and they're like, "Nah, we're out."
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Tap out. Okay, well, we got 2 wins with that. I think that's worthy. Oh man, let's see if we can go for 3. I guess. Some glowing hand, dude.
That's Jace.
I know like 3 names from all those.
That's Jace.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Jace Beleren is his name.
Oh, okay.
He's the living guild pack of Ravnica.
Mm-hmm. You don't say. Makes me wonder if he has it tattooed on his back or something.
He has many tattoos.
And, yeah, I've noticed he had some on his hands.
Yeah.
Benthic Biomancer. Feel the bio burn. You're getting a lot of those Benthic Biomancers. I mean, we do have 4 in the deck.
We do have 4 in the deck, yeah. It's okay, you'll never notice.
Do not look at the card.
Do not look at this. Do not look at Simic Ascendancy. It's definitely. Oh shit, he's looking at Simic Ascendancy. We're doomed. Unfortunately, we're playing against the 2 colours that are specialised in removing enchantments.
Let's see if they have any of those in that deck. I had the idea of a Selesnya life gain deck. I thought that would be interesting. Just gain so much life that people give up, you know.
Yeah,
Big buffs from green.
I've done that.
Life link from white. Helm of the Host? What? What is this deck?
I don't even.
You gonna give up the cleric? No, okay.
Why is he not giving up the cleric?
We'll get some plan for it.
Gift of Paradise?
Paradise! Enchant land with a Gift of Paradise gives something. In the battlefield, gain 3 life. Okay.
Whenever it taps, the land taps to add 2 mana of any one colour.
Okay. Breeding Pool with the creepy sounds.
Now do you want to trade?
They were 3 up, they don't need to.
I mean, I assume he hasn't realised the rate at which we're going to gain counters now. Please kill Deep Root Waters.
Publish Rejuvenator.
Please.
Land.
Oh, that's the land one. It's not Reclamation Sage.
No. Generous Stray? What?
I'm assuming he's going to put the Helm of the Host on the Generous Stray so he draws a card every turn. I don't know. This deck is weird.
It's super bizarre. I figured they put it on the cleric. More breeding pool.
Spread the tokens around. Let's not be stingy. Oh, I didn't actually want to attack. I want to play the Benthic Biomancer.
Okay. Draw a card.
I realise it looks like we're literally just drawing and discarding cards, which we kind of are. Yeah, I thought that's what we would do.
What? He's getting extra cats so he can draw more cards every turn. He's just going to get another one next turn.
Yeah.
That's a super bizarre way of getting extra card draw. Live in the wild. Everybody's splashing for Riot, man. We have 2 Civic Ascendancies we can keep in hand for the sake of just in case, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, I'm probably going to discard one to Benthic Biomancer, though.
Yeah.
Depending on what we get. I'll play the second one. Hello, sir.
Count on one of them?
Meet my army.
This is getting out of hand. Oh, God, there's another cat. Draw a card. That's the weirdest way I've seen to engineer a card draw. Automatic card draw every turn.
I don't know if it's supposed to go on the generous stray or if he's just doing that.
It's like, oh, I have nothing else. They could have put it on the Cleansing Nova. Oh, my God.
Well,
what the hell?
Fuck you, sir.
Okay, we're starting over, apparently. Wow. They just wiped the board of everything except their enchants and artifact and honor. They have card advantage, too. Mirror March? What is this deck? This is just super.
It's a life gain deck.
You gain 1 life. Right, so I figured they had the cleric to enter the battlefield. You get 3 life.
Yeah,
oh, that's a cool mechanic.
This is an enter the battlefield.
You get 1 life. And he's going to put Helm of the Host on it. And just keep gaining more life. Gaining more life. And it's super bizarre. Thankfully, because our enchants are up, we still have methods for getting some big beefies out. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. Eight counters to go.
Good God.
Oh, shit.
Is this Siege Gang Commander plus Helm of the Host, the Goblin, so you keep getting extras to toss? Or Mirror March? Whoa. Okay.
That went well for us.
Oh, man. Okay, okay. So if it would have been another Siege Gang Commander, that would have 3 more tokens to toss.
Yes.
Oh, God. This is rough.
I'm assuming he hasn't read Mirror March properly.
The tokens don't get doubled?
Yeah.
Well, wait, the tokens don't remain in the battlefield now. But I mean, the commander does. And the commander's still a goblin, can get tossed, right?
Yes. Yeah, you can. Okay, 15 out of 20.
Oh, God. Just a couple more turns. We need to survive just a little bit. Unfortunately, I think you're about to take 12 damage to the face.
Yeah, I believe I am. He only has... Jesus. Yeah, he has 4 red. Shit.
How many times? What's the mana cost on it for?
It's 1 in, 1 red.
He could do it twice.
No, he can do it 4 times if he... Yeah, because he's got Gift of Paradise that adds 2 reds, and then...
Oh, right.
That 2 red. We're dead.
Really?
Yeah. Unless he does it to the creatures.
Oh, he's pinging the creatures. Yes, please keep doing that.
I mean, why the fuck would you do that when you could just kill me?
He wants to draw the match out? That's the only thing I got. Okay. Please, do that again. Oh, he's now attacking with a whole bunch of them. What? Oh, he's just going to swing with everything. Okay. It seemed like they could have pinged us to the face and then swung.
Yeah, they could have.
I don't even know how much we're going to take.
9. So we're dead.
This is the weirdest deck I've seen in a long time.
Why didn't you just kill us the first frickin' time?
I know.
Jesus.
Holy shit, goblins, exactly. That was a super bizarre match.
That was odd.
That was a Helm of the Host Mirror March. That was a multiplicative deck. It's like, what? Next Friday.
We're gonna have Mirror March shenanigans.
We're gonna have to do the doubler deck. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I kind of want to do a Persistent Petitioners Mirror March.
Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Because we could mill them in a turn or something. I just think it would be dumb.
Was that not one of the ideas I sent to you?
Yeah, it might have been. I can't remember. I think there was one that was Persistent Petitioners and milling them in a turn. I couldn't remember if it was Mirror March or not, though.
I wish Amonkhet was still in Standard.
Why? You're looking up a card, aren't you?
Yeah. So there's this card.
Anointed Procession.
Yes, if an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead.
Holy Jesus.
So you put like Mirror March, Helm of the Host, Anointed Procession, and then just start creating tokens of anything.
Okay. Next Friday is going to be Mirror March Friday. It has to be. Because we've got too many Mirror March ideas.
Yeah.
I want to do the Polyraptor.
Also doubling season, which is just hilarious.
Yeah. Oh God, what was the other one? Something Raptors? Scintillating Raptors? I can't remember what it's called. You remember?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Next Friday.
I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but yeah, we will.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's basically going to be Polyraptor, Forerunner of the Empire, Mirror March, and a couple other dumb cards. We want to either break the opponent or break the game. I think
preferably both at the same time.
Yeah, preferably. So yeah, okay. Well, we have been going for a bit and a bit.
Yeah. It's been close to a 5-hour stream today, actually.
Yeah, I think it's a good stopping point to wind up on a.
Yeah, I think so.
Crazy ass match.
So let's flip over here and run some credits.
Yeah.
So thank you all very much for joining me for episode 16 of Hit the Deck. Can you believe we've been doing this for 16 whole episodes?
16 whole episodes. So much more stupidity to come. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
So, yeah, thank you for joining me. I will be streaming something at some point, sometime. Follow me to find out when. And Mr. Vagram will
He's
be
a professional,
back.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
He's a professional.
I am a professional with a schedule and everything. I just don't really pay attention to it. Mr. Vagram, are you back on Monday for the break room?
Yes, break room on Monday. Oh, God, have I got some stupid news that I flagged. We're going to talk about it.
Oh, Lord.
World's going to hell in a handbasket, and we've got front row seats. Don't miss it.
And that's over at twitch.tv/Vagram?
Yes, it is. It is 2 p.m. Texas time on Monday afternoons and Monday evenings. We're going to be doing something. I don't know what.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because we finished.
We finished
Ultimate Alchemy. So we'll find something else. It'll be put up on the schedule.
There will be a thing, and then we'll do stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I will put it up on my website schedule over the weekend, which of course means I'll forget and do it in a panic midway through Monday afternoon.
Yeah, 5 minutes before he starts the stream.
I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen. I do this for a living. Yes, hopefully I'm gonna be sick. I know. I've got this cold for here to eternity. I'm just gonna have to suffer.
I'd say per you, but
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what Monday's gonna be. Monday night's gonna be. I'm still
percolating thoughts.
Percolating, yes. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Well, take us out.
Thank you very much, guys. We will catch you here next week, or hopefully through the week for one of our individual streams.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.